From the Republic Media Network headquarters, it's time for Arnab Goswami on the debate. Arnab Goswami on the debate.
On the show tonight, Air India wants money as a post-Pahalgam fallout. It's the lowest Air India could ever have fallen. At 8:30 p.m. tonight, complete panic on day one of exercise Trishul, sending Islamabad to a frenzy. And at 9 o'clock tonight, Republic TV lays bare the conspiracy of how a regime change plot was hatched by the lobby during the 2020 Delhi riots. All I'd like to begin by saying tonight that I think Air India is getting pretty shameless about things. Air India wants to be compensated for the fallout of Operation Sindoor. You cannot imagine that this man Campbell, this foreigner heading Air India, he says that the government of India must understand that post-Pahalgam, due to the closure of Pakistani airspace, Air India operations suffered from additional 45 minutes of flying time to Europe, UK, and 3 hours to the US. And because they had to fly through a certain route when we were at war and after that with Pakistan, they say we lost out 4,000 crore rupees and the government should help us. They want a subsidy for Pahalgam. This company wants a subsidy for Operation Sindoor. Ladies and gentlemen, 26 people were massacred in Pahalgam. We fought Pakistan after that, and Air India wants money to be compensated for it. What is Air India doing? It's calculating the monetary losses that it suffered in the aftermath of Operation Sindoor and putting it together in a report to the government of India. They have demanded immediate support from the government of India, from the Ministry of Civil Aviation, in the form of temporary subsidy till Pakistan airspace opens. Ladies and gentlemen, what is the limit? And I must say so, is that the government has not told them to get out and never make such a demand again. I'm told the government of India, Ministry of Civil Aviation, is putting up to higher authorities the demand from Air India. Why? Is it the taxpayer's job, I ask, to fund Air India? Does this deserve to be called the national carrier anymore? Why does the Civil Aviation Minister not make it clear that it is blasphemous to put a number to your losses because of our security situation with Pakistan? Well, you're Air India, bear the losses. You're the Tata Group, bear the losses. Bear the losses. Do your part. Ladies and gentlemen, Air India really, it's doing badly. Its revenue increased 15% from FY24, which means it's making a lot of money, but it wants more money. All of us, you and me, all of us are willing to do our part for the country, for the forces, for the army, for national security, but not Air India. It puts an auditor and a chartered accountant to make an Excel sheet and calculate how much money they can potentially make by making a review petition to the government of India, to the Ministry of Civil Aviation. And I appeal to the government of India, to the Modi government, to the Minister for Civil Aviation, make it clear and reject it. Reject it. Do not support Air India financially. Tell them to do their bit if they want to fly their airline. Ladies and gentlemen, Tata Sons paid just 2,700 crore in cash to the government and took over the remaining debt of 15,300 crore and got a very nice, what I think is a sweet deal from the government. because the government took on debt worth 46,262 crore and non-core assets. 46,000 plus crore rupees debt was taken by the government of India, all of which was transferred to a holding company of the government of India. In other words, Tata's got a very sweet deal when they got Air India. They should not be going to the government and asking the government to give them our money. Because the money with the government is our money, ladies and gentlemen. And an airline that is not responsible and does not hold itself responsible for the death of 270 plus people cannot go and ask money, and the government cannot tell them, yes, we'll consider it. Why would the government consider it? This government is run by the BJP, the same party that asked questions to the Congress when Manmohan Singh wanted to help Vijay Mallya. And then the BJP said, why should we help Vijay Mallya? He's running a private airline. The BJP then told the Congress, that is Mallya's business. Well, I would like to tell the BJP-led government, this is the Tata's business. This is Air India's business. This is Campbell's business. This is Chandrasekharan's business. Why do you want to help? Why do you want to help? Why does the central government not put it in writing, the Modi government not put it in writing that it will not help Air India amortize the perceived and notional losses because of the loss of Pakistani airspace? Ladies and gentlemen, I am appalled at the silence from the government of India. I am really appalled. 4,000 crore rupees, that's double the Civil Aviation Ministry's entire budget. Will the Modi government give this money to Air India? There should be RTIs filed so we, the people of India, put a control on the expenditure of the government of India. There should be no financing, part financing, co-financing, subsidies given to Air India because of the loss of airspace. Tomorrow you do it for Air India, the Indigo will ask. You do it for Indigo, Akasa will ask. You do it for Akasa, SpiceJet will ask. Is that why we pay taxes? I'm just putting these names notionally, ladies and gentlemen. It's not our business to fund private airlines. It is not our business. Air India does not feel answerable when people are put to great risk. Air India does not feel answerable when we tell them they had 85 technical snags in 7 months. Air India does not feel answerable for the 541 technical snags, many of which risk the lives of passengers over the last 5 years. When did commercial convenience become a reason to redraw India's strategic red lines? Why is a private company going to the Modi government and asking for subsidy and help? Is this any different from how Vijay Mallya, and people will not like this comparison, is this any different, I repeat, from Vijay Mallya asking the Congress government for money? And I remember Manmohan Singh, at that point of time, returning from a foreign trip, said we'll consider it. Why? Is Air India a strategic asset for the central government? Why did the Civil Aviation Minister not say, nothing doing? Handle your balance sheets yourself. And now, let me make another example, ladies and gentlemen. Air India should clarify what it has done or not done. It cannot do hashtag Pahalgam for profit, Operation Sindoor for profit. Because when a man called Ashok Chavan, as Chief Minister of Maharashtra, tried to do hashtag Kargil for profit, we tore him apart, metaphorically. We tore him apart. He had to quit his job. Nothing has changed. We request the government of India to make it clear that nobody will be allowed to do Pahalgam for profit, Operation Sindoor for profit, because the BJP used to take on Ashok Chavan, who it later unfortunately brought into the BJP. And the BJP would then say, Arnab Goswami is right in asking Ashok Chavan and the Congress party why it has done Kargil for profit, why flats that were supposed to be allotted to Kargil war widows were allotted to Benami people, benefiting from the Kargil name to get multi-crore flats on the Mumbai shoreline. At that time, the BJP was taking a strong position on it. But today, the BJP and all parties have to make it clear that nobody No company, no individual should be allowed to profit from Operation Sindoor or profit from Pahalgam. And therefore, to the Tata Group, I would say, listen to me. Tell your Campbell, tell your Air India to not cross the line anymore. If you feel you have suffered notional losses because of the loss of Pakistani airspace, we are not obliged to change the country's strategic direction to suit the profit-making or revenue instincts of a private group. I hope I am clear. Please share this. Let's debate.
Wilson, you can't dodge the question.
Air India is in a fresh controversy. In the fallout of Operation Sindoor, both India and Pakistan had closed their airspaces for aircraft of the other nation. Now, Air India has approached the Ministry of Civil Aviation, claiming losses of over rupees 4,000 crore due to diversions, and seeking alternative routes and subsidies in return. Questions are being asked. Is Air India seeking a subsidy for Operation Sindoor? Republic confronted Air India CEO Campbell Wilson with just that question.
Good morning, Harsha. How are you?
Disclosure.
How are you, Harsha, today? Nice to see you again.
Yes, but you have to respond to the questions. Why
No,
India is seeking
I'm wishing you good morning.
subsidy?
Good morning. It's nice to see you.
But 4,000 crore temporary subsidy.
No. Good morning.
Not good morning, but we are asking the questions here. Why is India seeking temporary subsidy after the Pakistan explosion?
Not just that, Republic also accessed inside details of the meeting of Air India with the Ministry of Civil Aviation. As per our sources, Air India has demanded an alternate route through China to bridge a loss of rupees 10 crore per week if India manages diplomatic clearance for them. Air India argued that the longer routes due to diversion have caused passenger dissatisfaction that is leading to passengers choosing other airlines that fly over Pakistan. But are Air India's concerns justified? Can it seek subsidy for Pakistan closing its airspace due to Operation Sindoor? Where do we draw the line?
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm joined by Subhash Goyal, Chairman of the Indian Chamber of Commerce, Aviation and Tourism Committee, and Parvez Damania, founder of Damania Airways, former Director, Kingfisher Airlines, Group Captain Bajpai, J. Venkateshwar Rao, former General Secretary of the Air India cabin crew, and Major Samar Paltur. Major Samar Paltur, your thoughts first. They want money. Air India says we don't have Pakistani airspace. The government of India should subsidize us. We are making losses, 4,000 crores to be exact, they are saying. Should Air India be asking for money? This is like Pahalgam for profit. This is like Operation Sindoor for profit.
My first response to Arnab, your question is, why isn't any other airline not demanding the same? Number one. Number two, this clearly screams that Air India is admitting that there is lapse in operational management and efficiency. Because why is it that only Air India is the one in thick soup, and why isn't it that other airlines are not? Is there a difference in operational management and efficiency? And why at the cost of patriotism? I mean, we don't get any freebies. In fact, there have been issues which have been happening with various airlines, with few defense personnel in the recent past. So why the reason that I'm saying is to touch the chord of patriotism and blaming the Pahalgam incident in terms of its operational failure and management incompetency is not an excuse. It clearly shows the lack of will and finding answers for internal inefficiencies, which need to be addressed by Air India. It has already been going into loss. It has been procured by Tata so that, a better operational and functionality of the airlines can be streamlined.
No, they are not happy that Pakistan has closed its airspace. And they are saying, I have the presentation here, they are saying we need immediate support from the government. First, they are saying, please give us route via China. It's a demand, it's not a request, Parvez. Then they are saying, we want a subsidy. Air India is saying, we want a subsidy from the government of India. Why is the Pakistan airspace closed? Pakistan airspace closed. We are losing money. We are losing 4,000 crores. We want money from the government of India. Why should we give them? Parvez, this is outrageous that they are asking. This is outrageous they are asking. This is outrageous they are asking. It will be outrageous if it is considered by the government of India. This is our money, taxpayer money.
Sell off Air India.
No, sorry.
Because the people had to stop subsidizing Air India. Air India could not be subsidized further. So now it's a free market economy. Air India, Tata took over Air India as a business, knowing well what they are getting into. Now they cannot seek support from the government. Today, a business seeks support. Tomorrow, some other industry will support, third industry will support.
No, and a private, I'll tell you more. I will expose them completely today. I will expose things today. Open the phone lines. No. How is Air India a private company instructing the government that it must get Air India? Please listen to me. Venkateshwar Rao, listen to me. Subhash Goyal. It says the government must get formal diplomatic clearance from the Chinese government via the Ministry of Civil Aviation / Ministry of External Affairs / the Ministry of Defense to activate aviation corridor within the next few weeks. Who is running the government? Is the Tatas running the government?
No.
Are the Tatas running the government or is the government running the government? How is the private company even making this request? A private company is saying Ministry of Civil Aviation must secure from Chinese authorities approval for alternative diversion airports. What is this? A private company has decided to set in detail what the Ministry of Civil Aviation must do for it, besides giving it 4,000 crores. Why, Subhash Goyal? Ye kya hai?
Please let me answer.
No, why should it?
No, can I answer, sir?
Pardon me?
Sir, every airline has to ask the civil, because all bilaterals are between governments, whether they are air routes.
Then always, I'm sorry, the Modi government, the Prime Minister has always said, 1 minute,
Yeah, please
1
let
minute,
me
no,
answer.
This goes against what the Prime Minister said. The Prime Minister of India had said, 1 minute, that if you want to come to me with a specific request, come to me as an industry. Don't come to me as a company. This is not the industry. This is a private company. This breaks the rules the Modi government set. This is not what the Modi government promised. The Modi government said, you come to me, I will do you no favors. Why is Air India getting a private meeting? A private meeting with the Ministry of Civil Aviation? क्या हो रहा है भाई अंदर की बात?
भाई अगर आप मुझे सुनने को तैयार नहीं हो.
Viewers, are you seeing? When Vijay Mallya asked the Congress government for help, he was slammed saying private company is going up and asking the central government for help. This is also private company. This is also central government.
Private company.
And Mallya was never helped finally. The government did not help Mallya. And anyway, there was a huge hue and cry. I remember Manmohan Singh said, we must go out of our way to support and help Kingfisher Airlines.
No.
And on the you took over this debate.
No, 1 minute. Raise is on. Yeah.
You see, whether the government supports or doesn't support, that's a government's decision. But the fact is that no airline on its own can get traffic rights to fly over any country. They have to request, every airline requests the respective government to request them to fly. There are certain air corridors.
No. This is peace. The Air India is seeking favors from the government. 1 minute.
Ordering the government.
They have asked for a subsidy. Air India demands subsidy from central government. Breaking news. Air India is demanding a subsidy for central government because of our poor relations with Pakistan. How could it?
Listen.
Why is it?
I'm sorry.
No, why is it? Mr.
I'm
Goyal.
sorry you're not ready to listen. You're only talking
Mr.
about
Goyal,
yourself
you are not listening
and
to what I
your
am
views
saying.
are. No, there's no point joining your debate.
No,
I'm
Mr.
sorry,
Goyal, you don't chicken out of the debate. You answer the question.
I'm not checking out. You're
You're
not
chickening
allowing
out.
anyone to speak. I'm sorry.
No,
This has not
private
happened for the
company
first
can ask for a
time.
subsidy in any industry.
You see, I am only saying whatever you're saying may be correct, right? Whether whether government gives them subsidy or not, that is for the government to decide. But the fact is that every airline, if they need traffic rights or they need a particular air corridor, they have to ask the civil aviation and they have to get clearance from the civil aviation and the defense authorities for every route. It's not just flying over China, it's flying over anywhere. So, I mean, there is nothing wrong. Air India is not ordering, the government, they're only requesting. So what is the harm in that?
Requesting? It's a private company.
Sir,
It's a private company. 1 minute. This is a 1 minute. I have the whole agenda. The whole thing has been put in I have the whole agenda. The full presentation made by Air India. The secret presentation made by Air India to the Ministry of Civil Aviation is with me. I have the whole details. It is there with me. Now I am asking you one question. I am asking the one question I would like to ask the Prime Minister. That today, if a textile manufacturer, listen to me, if a textile manufacturer says,
Sir, that is
if a textile manufacturer says that Mr. Modi, listen to me, 1 minute, sir. Mr. Goyal, listen to the logic.
The same issue. You are harping on the same
issue. Please, Mr. Goyal.
What can I say?
Mr. Goyal, listen to me. Suppose a textile manufacturer, a small textile manufacturer with a turnover of 100 crore rupees says that Mr. Modi, my exports to America have been affected because you're ongoing up and down with Trump. Will the government of India tell the textile manufacturer, don't worry, bhaiya, come to me, sit with the Mantri ji, he will give you subsidy? Will it happen?
That is a separate point. You had asked
it
me
can't be for an individual company. It can happen for the whole industry. If the government is to subsidize,
are you with me, viewers? What's going on here?
For the whole industry. It can't be for an individual company.
Competition.
Yeah, it should not be.
I also want to know. 1 minute. I want a disclosure from Air India. I also want a disclosure. I'm just curious. 1 minute, sir, Mr. Goyal, don't speak over me. I'm just curious from Air India. What was the value of the gifts? I request immediate disclosure from Air India. What was the value of the Diwali gifts that you gave to people in the Ministry of Civil Aviation A, in the Director General Civil Aviation B? And Mr. Venkate, you are laughing. Is it true that in many cases, the value of the gifts was over 5 lakh, 10 lakh, 15 lakh, even 20 lakh? Were people in the DGCA or Ministry of Civil Aviation, I'm asking Air India, given very, 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 very expensive gifts this Diwali, and then you give gifts, then after 2 weeks you go and say, now give us a gift also? What is this? No. I want Air India, did you give gifts? Because we have details of that also. I'm only asking for honest disclosure. Did you give gifts to DGCA or MoCA in the last 1 month which are worth crores? A, cumulatively. B, you can give a 500 gram motichur laddu ka dabba, but if you are going to give 5 lakh, 10 lakh, 15 lakh, 20 lakh gifts, then Arnab Goswami is going to ask you, I'm going to go mad on television and ask you, did you give the gifts? Is it part of your audited trail? What if Arnab Goswami gets his hands on that trail? It is better you tell me. Secondly, a private company is telling the government of India, we are making losses because of national security. Give us money. My foot. Why should we? What is going on here, Venkat? What is going on here, Venkat?
Good evening,
blackmail.
everybody. Arnab, it's as simple as this. If you can't face the heat, get out of the kitchen. It's as simple as that. Okay? Air India became private.
Get Harsha live.
The government said we can't pour in any money for Air India anymore. Having privatized it and a private company taken over, they have no right to ask for subsidies. You either do the business or you don't do the business. You fly the route, you don't fly the route. Choice is yours. You're a businessman. You need to take decisions. This is a very same company that comes to the Bombay High Court to say that, oh, we are not governed by the High Courts. We don't fall because we are a private entity. But when it wants the government money, they will come to the government. How is that? You can't have the cake and eat it too. And Arnab, let me make things very clear. You are talking of gifts going. Their egos are so big that they spend crores and crores of rupees on false cases. Day before yesterday, we won the case in the Supreme Court, where the Supreme Court ordered reinstatement with 50% back wages. You haven't utilized that man. And you have to pay him 50% back wages.
This is the thing is.
This is how the company runs. It runs on the
company is saying, the private company is saying that because Pakistan airspace has been closed, we, the taxpayers, must pay for the losses of a private company whose revenue has gone up by 15%. Callers are open. Sriraj from Hyderabad. Sriraj, what do you think? I think this is a scam. Sriraj.
Absolutely, yes. I completely agree with you, Arnab ji. It looks like, I think somebody from the panel is talking, so I'm going to stop a while.
No, please carry on. Nobody is. Yeah.
Okay. It looks like the government of India was doing a better job than the Tata Group. Is this an ugly extension of the problem that the Tata Sons is having? And go back in time, and we had a problem with the CEO appointment by Air India. We had a the security clearance was not provided by the government of India for a Turkey citizen. I mean, it started right from the beginning, where Tata board desperate to get this just for the sake of getting it because they owned it 100 years before. It's completely unsafe. You don't need eminent people like you all discussing about this.
No, it is. I'll tell you one more thing, Sriraj. What Tata Group owned Air India is saying. It is saying that the government of India must tell Adani Airports to reduce the airport charges. Why should government of India be a go-between Adani and Tata? I'm quoting here, all these papers have come to my hands. I'm very sorry for Air India management, but there are too many moles in your system. I'll read what they are saying, GP. The privatization, modernization of airports key to development of aviation sector. Air India supports adequate return of capital for private operators. Acha. However, the average airport charges as a percentage of fares at certain private airports, example, Adani Airports, is more than that of other private as well as government airports. Why is it raising this issue with the government? Why should government tell Adani Airports what to do? Yes, Mr. Group Captain Vajpayee?
It's seeming out to be a battle between Tata and Ambani.
Whatever, yeah, tell me. Mr. Vajpayee.
Yes, good evening to you and to all my esteemed panelists and to millions of your viewers. Let me admit, first time I am taking a contrary position than that of yours. I am supporting, as you are saying, it is a presentation. You see, what is the fact? Fact is that the MoCA had asked for presentation by all Indian airlines to know the effect of Pakistan airspace closure, wherein it was stated due to the diversion of the route. Our aircraft which are flying
has
to the
government
Europe
of India, has the government of India asked the same question to everyone else who is impacted by India's strategic decisions? Should there be a department in the Ministry of External Affairs or Ministry of Finance which is aimed at compensating private businessmen for decisions which are those taken in national interest?
Arnab,
No, I don't understand. Should the government of India start paying all the... Why don't you start by paying the farmers across the LOC, LAC for the losses they are facing? Why don't you pay the textile manufacturers for all the people who are running small and medium enterprises?
It happens, sir.
Why is it because of our relationship with America? What is going on here? What is so special about Air India?
Subsidy is being given to the fertilizer, to agriculture base, to rural development, to skill development.
No, 1 minute, Mr. Damania.
It is being
open the lines.
Even if
No, this cannot happen. This cannot be allowed to happen.
The industry as a whole.
This
If
particular
every
case,
industry
Air India
together they say
that it cannot
okay,
do
for
without
all
not
people,
acceptable. It has happened.
it can't be for individual company. A subsidy or support can't be for one among four participants. So Tatas have to approach the government as a team, as the entire industry. And the entire industry.
No, 1 minute,
says,
Mr.
"These are
Entire
the
industry.
issues
No,
that
1 minute, 1 minute,
affecting
1
the
minute.
industry, and help us."
Samar, 1 minute. In that case, if Tata's Air India approach the government, then everybody should approach the government. 100,000 companies which have been impacted in some way or the other because India-Pakistan relations. Somebody will come and say that my music label is not selling in Pakistan because of this. Some Bollywood person will say, I'm not being able to hire an actor, I'm making losses. It's stupid. You can't do this. It's never happened before. Samar?
India is trying to say, Air India is trying to say that their main bread and butter is reliant on Pakistani airspace. Otherwise, it will shut down. How is that possible?
They want to increase their profit margins,
logic.
nothing else. They want to increase their margins, Samar.
In case they shut down, what will happen?
And you see, the clause of fair competition will die. The clause of fair competition will finish if a certain airline is compensated. Yes, DGCA can approach that, or Ministry of Civil Aviation can approach the central government, put in a proposal that every month we are...
No, my point is, they are asking for a temporary subsidy. Here it is, till Pakistan airspace opens. It is the page, please open, hold it. Can everybody see this, viewers, on my hand? Can you read it? Can you read it, Harsha?
Operational inefficiency.
Can you read it?
Sir, it is not for few days, it is going on for last 6 months.
So now they are saying कि जब तक पाकिस्तान के साथ हमारे संबंध बढ़िया नहीं हो जाते, हमें सब्सिडी एयर इंडिया को देनी पड़ेगी. क्यों?
Yes. In fact, we should look for
क्यों दे?
also.
Harsha, is the government considering this rubbish?
Yes, sir. We have got to know that today the meeting for 2 hours, and minister only pulled them up for taking this at public event, and minister has told them clearly that he will take up this issue.
Why?
He will take up this issue. That means he has not denied.
No, why should he? What is the minister? Why is the minister? Are you saying the minister is saying he will take up the possibility of giving Air India a subsidy till the Pakistan airspace opens?
Sir.
Why?
Yes, sir.
Do you support
Yes,
this,
sir.
viewers? If this is what the Minister of Civil Aviation does, then Minister of Commerce, Ministry of Agriculture, everybody will have to compensate everybody. Why only Tata-owned company?
The government will not agree. I am telling you today.
But Harsha is saying that the central government is considering it.
Sir, no, because the Tata held the hand of the government of India to bail out Air India. Sir.
And operational incompetency. This is what it is.
No, I want to know if they want to serve. 1 minute. If they want to serve the people of country, why does Air India, why does Indigo not fly to the farthest corners of the country? Why does the Udan scheme have to do it? Why do the big airlines not fly to the smallest places in the northeast, the farthest parts of India? Because they are not commercially going to make money. Why should we do this? This is about national security being put up for sale.
And I agree.
This is an attempt by a private company to take advantage of a national security situation or seek for compensation for it. Yes, Venkat, you want to say something, Venkat?
See, this is the problem. Like he said, Mr. Bajpai said, no, we need to do it. It was subsidized by the government. It was a government organization when it was subsidized. It was not a private entity. So where is the question? Today it's a private entity. They bought.
No,
the
Government
airline.
of India must pull back on this. Viewers, make a campaign of this. We cannot allow the Government of India to fund Air India this way.
So, Mr. Bajpai's thing won't gel.
Ashok calling from Chennai. Ashok, what do you think? Ashok.
Good evening, Arnab. The Tata Airlines has been in the wrong news for all the wrong reasons. Ever since the Ahmedabad plane crashed, their traffic, people using the airline has also dwindled to a very great extent. Their inefficiencies have really come out in the open with many aircraft, facing severe, maintenance issues, and we had several scares over the sky. Now, under these circumstances, what Tatas are doing now is nothing but a virtual blackmail. demanding 4,000 crores of subsidy
Why
from
should
the
there be any
government for
subsidy?
their complete inefficiency.
I hope there's going to be transparency, Ashok,
Now, why
because
should
they can't do this through the back door also, no?
Arnabji, on one point, I fully support you that Tata should not have distributed crore of rupees.
No,
as
1
a
minute.
gift.
Now, I'd like to go to Venkatesh Subramaniam in Bengaluru. Venkatesh, should the government give this money to Air India?
Absolutely not. Arnab, you are one of the very few people who raised the voice on BCCI playing that stupid matches with Pakistan.
Yeah.
That was one example where BCCI, fortunately, they didn't ask the government for money but they did keep aside operations in those. They overlooked it. Air India is taking the next logical step, trying to make money because of Operation Sindhar, and it's a freaking shame. The reason small and medium enterprises are not going to the government is because they can't afford to give 10 lakh, 15 lakh worth of gifts to the babus and the bureaucrats sitting in the government who take such decisions and put such papers in front of the ministry. That's the main reason.
Yeah, this is very bad.
They should have that CEO.
Dhananjay Patil is calling from Pune. This is the page, ladies and gentlemen. Please see this. So you don't think I'm making this up, Dhananjay? Temporary subsidy to be given to privately run Air India till the Pakistan airspace opens. Please, viewers, have a look at this. This is how they want money.
Hi, Arnab.
Hi, Dhananjay. What do you think?
You are absolutely right in having a very strong stance against the Tatas. It's a totally unjustified and unrealistic demand which they have made. And my most important point is that this particular CEO of Tata's, not being an Indian, does not have the same feeling as 140 crore
He doesn't have the
Indians
same
have.
feeling. No, he doesn't.
And that's why this particular demand is coming. And this demand is senseless. There are a lot of airlines flying from India to Europe, and they have taken those routes. They don't claim all this. Why is only Tata's claiming this?
I think the Tata should step in. Maybe Campbell is doing it on his own. I don't know, but this is terrible. I also request the Ministry of Civil Aviation to realize, we're watching you, Mr. Minister. We are watching you. We're watching you very closely. You forward this to your higher-ups, this is going to be a bigger controversy. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, that's why there are two kinds of media in this country. Remember, there is corporate media, and then there is only Republic. You would notice the corporate media is quiet on it today. That's why it is, as I said, it is the corporate media